Hi everyone, I'm Amy Simpson, County Extension Agent in Clark County. The last couple of weeks we've talked about how to plant certain crops in your garden, but as we all know, when it turns hot and dry, we need to be able to water those crops efficiently. So for today's 2-Minute Tuesday, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how to install a drip irrigation system in your home garden. Because of the heavy disease pressure in the south, we recommend using soaker hoses or installing drip irrigation to prevent excessive wetting of the leaves. While it sounds complicated, drip irrigation is great because you can efficiently water several areas or beds at once. The very basic supplies you will need are a backflow preventer, a pressure regulator, an adapter to take the 3/4 inch connections to a 1/2 inch, a 1/2 inch tubing, elbow connectors, T-connectors, inline shutoff valves, end caps, a hole punch, barbed connectors, a 1/4 inch drip or solid tubing, goof plugs and emitters if you're using the 1/4 inch solid tubing. Make a plan for how you want to lay out the 1/2 inch tubing and count the number of end caps and elbow and T connectors you will need before going to the store. When you get back home, use pruners to cut your 1/2 inch tubing to the sizes you need. Don't forget to include shutoff valves to each bed or area. This gives you better control of which beds or rows get watered, making your water usage even more efficient. Use the specialized hole punches to punch holes where you want to attach 1/4 inch tubing. Then use a pair of pliers to attach the barbed connector into the 1/4 inch tubing and plug the other end of the connector into the hole you just made in the larger tubing. If it is drip tubing, insert a goof plug at the end. If it's solid tubing, attach an emitter at the end of the tubing near where the base of the plant will be. Once you get your tubing in place, it's time to connect to the hydrant. First, attach the backflow preventer to the hydrant. Then add the pressure regulator. You can attach a water hose directly to the regulator and extend it out to your garden, then attach the adapter to the end of the hose to convert it to fit the 1/2 inch tubing. If you want to make the system even more convenient, you can add a splitter behind the backflow preventer and then a timer. A filter is also a good idea to add behind the pressure regulator, but they can sometimes be harder to find. Once you have your connections from the hydrant to the 1/2 inch tubing, turn it on and check for any poor connections that could cause a blowout. Installing drip irrigation does take time and careful planning, but in the end it will make gardening easier for years to come. Until next week, remember your extension service is still on the job and here to help.